In the previous episode of Taylor's Travels, my friend Josephine and I take a cable car ride up a mountain and explore Dominican Republic via motorbike. In this episode, I share some of my perspective of what it's like being a woman living on a sailboat. Sharing a glimpse into what day-to-day life really looks like and what some of my favorite parts are about living on the water. So come along with me and enjoy the adventure. Hey, I'm Taylor. I've been leading an alternative lifestyle for the last 2 years. From living in a van to living on a sailboat. With my guitar by my side along the way. Subscribe to follow me along this wild adventure that I call life. Mornings on board typically look like me waking up and heading straight for the galley for some coffee. As soon as the sun comes up, it starts to get pretty hot inside the boat, so I usually go outside to get some fresh air and enjoy the view. Well, the wind's picked up this morning and it's supposed to continue gusting up to 30 all day. So we're gonna kind of move just a little bit over there to a slightly calmer spot and then see what there is to do over there. So my job is to be back here at the helm while Bobby's pulling up the anchor up on the bow. So I'm steering us and controlling the throttle, making sure we're not gonna hit anything and moving the boat forward so it's easier for him to pull it up. The anchor is actually, it's up off the ground, but the chain is castled inside the anchor locker. So Bobby's gone and fixed that. I'm just kind of trying to move very slowly so that the anchor is not swinging around everywhere. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. On our way out of here. It was only a few miles over to the next anchorage, so we just lit out the head sail. We successfully dropped anchor. We're in a much better spot now, so it's time for some breakfast. Gonna make up some, it's actually my specialty, banana pancakes. And the just add water pancakes are so much better than anything else. I don't care what anybody says. So yeah, we're gonna make up some breakfast for the crew. As a member of the crew, cooking and cleaning is a large part of my responsibility. Work always comes before play, so we try to get any jobs done in the morning before going out to have some fun. In one of the previous episodes of Taylor's Travels, I received my PADI Open Water Diver certification. There should be a link popping up for that if you'd like to check it out. We went out in the dinghy to use our Brownies hookah system off the boat for the first time. Basically, it's an air compressor that floats above the water and has 2 hoses with regulators attached to the end. This means we're diving without a tank or a BCD, so the only equipment is our weight belt. It is a very different experience diving this way without so much equipment. I really enjoy using the Brownies rig, although the hose can get tangled around you sometimes. It was an amazing afternoon spent underwater, but it was time to make our way back to the boat.
Some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises I've seen have been on the water. Having a completely unobstructed view of the sun as it rises over the ocean is pretty magical. I find mornings out at sea so peaceful, with nothing but the sound of the wind in the sails and the water splashing against the hull. One of my favorite things is hand steering when I'm behind the helm. I think that way I get to truly feel the way the boat responds under sail.
We are doing almost 5 knots, 10 knots of wind, so that's pretty good.
When I'm at the helm, I'm paying attention to our GPS, taking special note of the depth, any obstacles, other boats, as well as the wind angle and speed. If I'm not at the helm, I'm probably helping to raise or lower the sails. Because Naughty Dogs is a catch-rig sailboat, I have to go up to the main mast as well as the mizzen mast in order to raise the sails. The 3 sails that we use primarily are the main, the mizzen, and the genoa. We do have a staysail, but it is not often used. The furling genoa sail makes it easy to control from in or near the cockpit, and the Millie makes that even easier. Another one of my jobs as first mate is to put out fenders and lines for when we're coming into port, as well as untying lines from the dock and stowing them when we leave. And if I'm nice enough to the captain, he'll even let me try to dock the boat. My first attempt at maneuvering the 60-foot boat into the slip was a success. When we're not sailing, I usually like to spend my time in the water. I've recently been trying to practice holding my breath longer underwater. I'm not that good at it yet, but maybe one day I'll take up freediving lessons. Under the water or high above it, there's always adventure to be found.
FYI, from up here, it seems like it's like 10 times higher. So, I don't know what that looks like to you. I'm scared.
And of course, spending heaps of time at the beach is a must when you live on the water. But living on a sailboat isn't always sunshine and rainbows.
So I feel that it's important for me to talk a little bit about some of the more challenging sides of sailing, because that's the only way to give you, you know, a true perspective of what it's really like. Yes, it's fun and we spend a lot of time on beaches and it's absolutely beautiful and I love this way of life, but I wouldn't be giving you the complete picture if I wasn't being honest. So, and being honest, sailing is challenging. If you've ever been sailing or, you know, you're a sailor, you live aboard or anything, it's not easy. When shit hits the fan, you often have to make split-second decisions in a very high-stress moment, and you have to be able to handle that. There's, you know, seasickness. It happens to the best of us. Things break. You or somebody on board needs to know how to fix them. Thankfully, I have Bobby. There's times when there's, you know, rough seas and rough weather, and doing night watch and things like that can all be kind of scary at times. Alright, so I'm on night watch and the wind's starting to pick up a little bit. It's blowing like 25, 27 knots. So I woke Bobby up and we rolled in the head sail a little bit. And it's a good 27 knots. So for the people whose boat is their home, when you're sailing and it is rough out, it's literally your home and everything, all of your belongings, rocking back and forth for however many hours your passage is. So say it's 2 days, you know, you go to lay in your bed and you're rolling from side to side, and the motion doesn't just stop. You've got to kind of stick it out. Trying to go to the bathroom is challenging if you're in really rough seas. Trying to shower or do anything like that. When the winds pick up, you can get heeled over a lot and it can be scary. Things go crashing everywhere. I'm the worst of the casualties. My guitar and everything. My clothes are everywhere. And my garbage can fell in my bathroom. So now there's just wet, dirty toilet paper everywhere. Yeah, we had all of our sails out when the wind really picked up, and we were heeling over more than we have ever heeled over. I was scared. I was the most scared I've been in a long time. And so we pulled in the head sail and everything was fine. But I got hit in the head with the solar panel.
Yeah.
Which was not fun. So it really does take a strong person, I think, to really appreciate sailing. So shout out to all the people who are sailors out there. We're definitely one of a kind. Well, I haven't crashed it yet, so that's a good sign. Really? Millie's dead. In rough weather, when you're on a passage, fuck off. I should not have done that in bare feet. There's a lot of bird poop.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And as a thank you for making it this far into the video, I've got some extra special bonus footage for you.
Give back my keys, give back my chair, take back those clothes you always left on the floor. Drove me wild, drove me insane, drank the whole bottle, forgot my name. All I ever wanted was a mother for the first time. Finally I can see you as the leader of the Landslide. She left me, writings on the wall. Please believe me, smell the alcohol. The only thing I know is that we're in too deep. And maybe when she's dead and gone, I'll get some sleep. if she left me. Writings on the wall, please believe me. Don't answer when she calls. The only thing I know is that we're in too deep. And maybe when she's dead and gone, I'll get some sleep. Out here on my own, I was feeling so alone, like a poltergeist in the afterlife, fading by degrees. I was shaking in the knees in the aftermath of this broken glass.